Transformation Fitness Wellness Fitness Professional Training Program Fulfillment of Service. We're still in that module, and it's going to be using the iPad with iPads on the fitness floor. Obviously, there's a typo there that lined out. So using the iPads on the fitness floor, it's going to be a very important component because we use them a lot. So workout tracking with the iPad and interval timers, iPad and Faceboard, iPad and the Zen kiosk, iPad and Gmail, iPad and Facebook, and again, Safari, Dropbox, and Asana. So we're going to kick through here because these are all the components we use the iPad out on the floor for and with, I should say. So the most common tools we use the iPad is the Acrobat software for workout tracking and workouts in the progression. So this is obviously you're going to use this a lot, and you've watched the other modules on how to save this information. So this app is located at the bottom left of the iPad when you log in. See, all the important ones are going to be across the bottom of the iPads. So once you click that icon, it's going to look like this. The iPad, you press that icon, and it will take you to the document cloud page, which here it is. This area will allow you to find your folder and the PDF workouts for the clients. So it's broken down this way. And then once you click on and find your workouts, here it is. It's going to be laid out. And the cool thing with this is you can go through and add all this information. So you can use the pencil and obviously, use it like with your fingers, just write, or you can draw a line or a check mark. Now if you push the T button here with underscore and then click on any of this, you can write whatever you want, or you can type whatever you want. You can be numbers, letters, sentences, and you can put all that information on. That's how you can keep track of the client's information. Up at the top, obviously who trained them, and then the date, which is good. It's good information. So the interval timer, pretty easy. It's all the way down to the right of all iPads. We use this in a lot of different programming. The app allows specific work rest intervals to be built and used during a training session. The app's located at the bottom left corner. When you open that app up, which I think I have it here, it's gonna look like this. We have a ton of timers, intervals to save, like the 40-20, 30-30, 40-10, 30-20, 20-60s. We have all this information saved in there. So once you log into that, you can scroll down and find what you need fairly quickly and get that started with the client. Again, this is used quite often with individual clients. Faceboard is a tool to check people into the session. So Faceboard app is designed to check clients into the session with Zen Planner. The application should be used in the first part of each session to make sure we have the correct participants in class, or to add participants in the class. The application is better suited for the team training portion of the program. So once you click on the Faceboard, boom, it'll pull this up and it'll show you what time. So if you're the 5:45 a.m., it's going to show you, who all the people that are supposed to be there reserved, and you go through and just touch it and it'll check them in. So if you need to, obviously over here to the right shows you when you click on their name to check them in, it'll pull off. You check them in, you can close that window. If you see reserved down here, that person hasn't checked in yet, or you haven't checked them in, or maybe they didn't show up, so you just leave them alone and they'll automatically go to a no-show. So if you need to search for an individual, you just type their name in up here, classes, you can do a search and find them and then add them to a class. So the Zen kiosk is a little different. This app's designed to check clients into the session with Zen Planner. This application should be used in the first part of each session with more of individual training clients. If something's wrong with that, it works a lot better that way. And I'll show you. You'd have to log in to iPad and Zen kiosk. So you have your own login to this. It's your email address and then your specific password to get in the Zen Planner. And here's what it's going to look like. Say launch the kiosk. You'll do that, and then you can enter the name to find the individual that needs to sign into the class, or more of individual. So you would probably go more of one-on-one basis. The team training, the Faceboard is a lot easier. So we're moving on to the Gmail. It's pretty simple. Everybody knows how to use Gmail. Will be located to the left on the iPad. This app will allow you to pull up the email account and check emails on the fitness floor if needed. Pretty simple. Once you click on that, obviously, if you want your email to come through, you got to log yourself in. So add an account, put your information in, password, boom. When you're done with it, you probably want to delete it off there because you don't want your information to stay on there. Obviously, other Fit Pros will be able to read your email and wouldn't want that. So just make sure you take yourself back out. The Facebook's going to be used to communicate with clients, take pictures, videos, and have fun, social media components. So the icon is located under the social icon on the iPad. It's the small one here. It says social. So we have Twitter and Facebook. You'll need to click on the social button and the Facebook icon to enter into Facebook. Facebook account is under Tony Lindauer and is designed to, it's actually designated for transformation, fitness, and wellness posts only. So you go, sorry, I went too fast on that. So once you click on that, it'll pull you up into Facebook, and you can post, from the camera, you can write on and respond to clients. Again, this is social media component. Next thing is Safari. Safari is obviously the browser for the internet, so you can search different things. Probably won't use that as much out on the floor. But it's there for your use. And then the Dropbox is going to be another important component because Dropbox is hooked up. All of our stuff and information through TFW is saved on a Dropbox. Once you open an application, you will see the folder. You can access fitness professionals, transformation, fitness, and wellness. The folders are also on all the computers, obviously, and it should be labeled the same. Yep. So it's like fulfillment, onboarding, fitness professional. So this is what it looks like from the iPad, and you can go in here and you can find your individual folders and information in there. So the Asana app is what we do for project planning and tasking different things, or reminding ourselves that we have different tasks to complete. Fitness professionals will use the Asana app while on a fitness floor to track no-shows and communicate with other tasks about the clients they need to be familiar with. So let's say if you had a client show up and then, hey, I'm not gonna, and they say, hey, I'm not gonna be here. You could say, just 1 second, let me open up Asana and type this in and then forward it to the admin. Everybody will get it, which makes it really nice. So if you had to do that, what you do is you open up the app. You can either go to client attendance, my task. What you'd want to do is add a specific task to the individual. There's a button there you can add to the task. So add new task. And you want to add the task under a specific individual that it's going to be assigned to. So if you wanted to, let's just say we wanted to let Kendra know that somebody no-showed for her, we just find Kendra's name right under Kendra. We just had add new task and then type in, George no-showed. And that information is going to not only be kicked to Kendra, but it'll be kicked to everyone else. Other Fit Pros will see it as well. So it's a great way to communicate. If you want to communicate to the admin, you would assign the admin. They'll get it as well. You can put in parentheses, hey, this client needs rescheduled. Please see notes, and it'll kick over to them. It's a great way for if a morning Fit Pro has multiple clients that typically come in the evening, and some of them don't show up. It's a great way to communicate for the evening Fit Pros. Once you put that in a task, it's always there, and they'll get that task, and then they can follow up and see why those clients didn't show up. So that was all. Obviously, the iPad, we use the iPad in a lot of different ways out on the floor. Very convenient. Tracking, the programming is one of the key components of it. And making sure that we're taking good notes on that. And then the Asana, checking in clients, all those components are very important with this. So we're on to the next module here.